Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are here for the first race of season 3 in our Formula 1 23 My Team career mode. Before we get into this though, if you guys have not watched the season 2 finale, be sure to hit the link up top and go watch that. I'd say probably the best race I've put up on my channel, so if you guys haven't seen that and you want to know what this channel's all about, be sure to go watch that. But I won't spoil it just yet. We'll go through the calendar first, and then I'll get into what happened in the last race and some other pre-season items we need to take care of. But going into the schedule here, we are starting off the season in Saudi Arabia. Now, it is 10 race season, so most of the calendar is pretty new, but Saudi Arabia, we did have that in season 1. After that, we're gonna head to Baku, which I'm not looking forward to at all. I really hate that track. Then Canada, that has been on the schedule every single season because it's my home Grand Prix. I always like to have it in the schedule. But then after that, we're going to France, another track not looking forward to. Hungary, I like that track, not very good for overtaking, so we're gonna have a good qualifying there. Then we're heading to the Netherlands, which I actually kind of like. At first, when I first raced it, I didn't like it too much, but now I'm pretty big fan of that track. Pretty entertaining race. And then after that, we're heading to Suzuka. Probably a wet weather race. Usually it is in the My Team career mode, but we will see. Then we're going to Mexico, Portugal, and ending the season off in Las Vegas once again. But heading into the, I don't know what you would call this area here, but we're not really changing much. We're renewing our sponsor to finish P3 or higher in the Constructors Championship. We're not changing the power unit. As I said in the last video, we are re-signing Yuki Tsunoda because he saved our championship last season. That's pretty much the only reason we're re-signing him, and hopefully he does have good performances as well. And then for R&D, we have a lot of money saved up from the prize money we won in season 2, so we're going to upgrade quite a bit of the facilities. We're going to be focusing mainly on durability because I haven't really touched that in the first 2 seasons. As you can see in the bottom right, we're literally at the back of the pack, and with all of these power upgrades coming in, we're gonna need a better durability for the car. And then we're gonna start upgrading our brakes as well because we haven't touched that, and I don't think that stuff unlocks until spec 3 of the chassis department. So again, with the powerful upgrades, the brakes are gonna be very bad. But we have another durability facility upgrade here, and then we're also gonna upgrade the powertrain unit because after durability, we'll probably put most of our focus on the powertrain department. Since season 1 and 2, we focused mainly on aerodynamics and chassis, but the upgrades are getting pretty pricey for those, so we're going to try and make up the difference by catching up in the durability and the power unit departments. But driver transfers, we have one big driver transfer, I would say. So last season, Sergio Perez decided to call it quits. He retires, and because of that, Lando Norris finally makes the highly rumored move of going to Red Bull. So he is going to be paired up with Max Verstappen, and then to take Lando Norris's seat. This is going to cause a chain reaction, obviously, but Fernando Alonso quits Aston Martin, heads over to McLaren, and then Alex Albon takes his seat in the Aston Martin. Lance Stroll still at Aston Martin, of course. And then there's some driver transfers in the lower end because Albon went to Aston Martin. Felipe Drugovich gets called up from F2 to take the seat at Haas, and then I believe everything else stays the same. But that is it for the, I guess, preseason stuff. Not too much. I was thinking about making an entirely another video for that one, but it was only a few minutes. But we are here for qualifying. We are on the path here to obviously defend our championship. That is the goal. We want to win it once again. We do have a good car to start off the season this time around. We are number 2, actually, I believe, after McLaren or Red Bull, one of the two. But we have the second fastest car on the grid, and we're not too far behind, so I think the drivers will make the difference in this opening race, that being myself, Lando, Verstappen, and either Alonso. And then Oscar Piastri, he didn't have too great of a season in his second season in F2. But we are here for qualifying in Jeddah, and I've said this before, but I consider myself the king of Jeddah, at least in the F1 23 My Team career mode universe. We're not going to talk about real life because, relatively speaking, I'm probably slow as crap. But I always tend to do very well at this track, and it's always a crazy race. The DRS zones are crazy. There's usually a safety car or a red flag, something along those lines. But in Q1 here, we're struggling. I don't know why. We're down in P16. We're not improving very much on our opening flying lap, and we cross the line here. We barely squeeze into Q2, and that is a big red flag. I'm not sure why we finished so low here, but Q1 we literally just squeeze in, or actually no, 16 spots for the My Team Career Mode, but P15 I consider that pretty much squeezing in. And then our problems continue in Q2. We put up our first lap. I believe it was a scrub set of softs in that one, but we're still in P16 and we're behind like the bottom end team, so I don't understand what's going on. I'm looking at the minimap, and my best guess is that, you know, they all go out pretty much at the same time, so everyone's kind of in groups, and then they end up kind of towing each other around maybe. And because I decide to get out in clean air, we might be losing out on a bit, but I didn't realize this until it was too late in Q2. But we're gonna have to try our absolute best here to get into Q3, because we're gonna have to make up a lot of time here if we want to get into Q3. And obviously we're trying to win this race because apparently we have the car. It's not showing here in qualifying. Maybe my qualifying pace was worse than I thought. I haven't raced here since season 1, so it's been quite a while. Not too much practice, but we are gonna cross the line here with a 1:24, and we are out in Q2, starting in P14. That is awful. Yuki Tsunoda, he finishes Q2 at the top, but he is going to be qualifying, I believe, in P4 for the race itself. So let's get into this race. Hopefully our race pace is miles and miles better than the qualifying pace, and then we can make up some spots there. I'm not too worried. I feel like we should be able to get past a lot of the cars, especially at the start. We have a good start, and then the DRS is going to help us massively. But let's get right into it. Let's see if we can make up for this poor qualifying here. All right, we are here for the opening race of Season 3. We get it all wrong in qualifying, and we're going to be starting down in P14, which is super, super tough. I really don't know how we qualified so bad, but we're going to have to make do with the cards that we've been dealt and make our way up the grid. Hopefully our race pace is miles and miles better than our one lap pace. We're going to see what we can do here. We are starting on the medium tires behind Grand New Joe. We're going to try and go long in the first stint, and then once the track is more rubbered in, go on the soft tires. That should help with the tire wear in the back half of the race. Jeddah, always entertaining. I like to call myself the king of Jeddah in the My Team Career Mode world. We're going to have to really prove that today, as we were not able to prove it in qualifying. Verstappen as well does not have the greatest qualifying, as his new teammate, Lando Norris, qualifies in P4, I believe. And then the person who replaced him at McLaren, Fernando Alonso, is starting up in P2 alongside George Russell in that Mercedes. As it currently stands in this first race of the season, I believe we have the second fastest car on the grid R&D wise. So again, I don't know how we qualified so low. We're going to try our very best here to make up for that. It's always an exciting race, lots of opportunities. I have no doubt that if our pace is good, we could be fighting for a podium here. But we're going to have to be quick, we're going to have to be smart, and maybe a safety car or something like that can save our race. Maybe it ruins our race. I'm not really sure, as we're starting in P14. So one step at a time here. Let's get on the grid, see what we can do. All right, here we go for the opening race of Season 3. We got 5 red lights, and this brand new season is officially underway here. And we're going to get a great start. We're going to overtake Grand New Joe. We're going to overtake Albon. We're going to see what we can do going down into turn 1. Always a lot of traffic here. See if we can muscle our way to the inside of turn 2 alongside Alex Albon in the Aston Martin now. And we're up into P10, so we're in the points. 4 spots in the first 2 turns here. A lot of traffic. Oh my god, we almost ran right into Pierre Gasly. But we're in a good spot now, so let's get our race pace up here. And try and get up the grid. DRS is going to be crazy, as usual in this race. Oh, so DRS is going to get activated here. Everyone is still bunched up. A big train, and all this traffic in front is letting me catch up here. As Gasly, Albon, I believe that is Leclerc, and one more driver in front of him. Way too packed to see, but we're right at the back of the pack here. We're going to have DRS activated, and everyone is moving to the side here, trying to see where they can get a move done. And we're going to see if we can get one done on Gasly here going into turn 2, and now we're up into P9, so 2 points up on the board for this. We're gonna have DRS once again on Charles Leclerc this time. We're gonna get a move done on him going down into turn 1. There's gonna be some traffic here, and can we get another move done? We brake super early just to avoid any incidents here, and we already, or even with that early braking, we go deep into turn 1. No moves done there. I think Sainz might have gone in front of Albon. I wasn't really paying attention. All right, so we're going to get a run here on Albon and Carlos Sainz. We are slowly but surely moving up the grid, and I think we can get Albon here going into the final corner. Maybe Carlos Sainz as well. Oh, we have a little bit of contact with Sainz. That's not good. Do we have damage? Oh, and Albon is trying to make a move on us now. We're approaching Carlos Sainz. I see Yuki Tsunoda up there holding that podium position for dear life. And we are going to go wheel to wheel with Carlos Sainz, and we kind of push him wide. A little bit dirty. But we're going to get that spot. We kept it within track limits. And we're up into P6 now. So we're slowly creeping up on that podium. And the 2 Mercedes drivers are starting to run away with it as Yuki Tsunoda chokes. He goes deep into the final corner. And he now drops down into P4, Lando Norris in P5, and I believe that is Alonso. Is it Alonso taking that podium position? So Yuki Tsunoda just gained P3, but he's going to lose it again as he does not have DRS, and DRS is super OP on this track. And we're going to try and make a move down the inside on Yuki Tsunoda. We've got to watch out for the contact. And look, that we cut in perfectly to turn 1. And that's going to be 3 overtakes in 2 turns, and we've now put ourselves in a podium position, and the Mercedes are in sight here. But now we're going to be playing DRS games with the drivers behind until we can catch up. So hopefully those Mercedes keep battling it out. That will decrease their time, and maybe we can get out in front here. It's going to be hard without DRS, and when we're cutting the circuit like that. And look at that, Alonso already trying to make a move here. Look, here they come now with DRS. Alonso and Tsunoda, and who's that behind him? I think that's Lando, but Alonso, I'm not sure who that is. Oh crap! I was trying to give myself DRS, but we kind of got screwed here. We're now in a drag race to the line of the next lap. Oh no, we did get DRS. Let's go. We got DRS on Alonso somehow. He's not gonna have DRS. Maybe that'll help Yuki Tsunoda too. We can work as a team here. Try and get into the top 2, maybe a double podium. And Alonso's gonna pass us here. Yuki and Lando going at it. They are side by side. And look at that, Alonso just taking up the middle of the road. Oh crap, bad exit out of the final corner. That should be good enough though to retake that spot. And are we losing out? Yeah, we are losing out to the Mercedes up front, unfortunately. But Lando has overtaken Alonso, and we are now wheel to wheel with the ex-McLaren driver. We're going to have DRS here, and it's just a repetitive cycle of getting past at the final corner and then retaking the spot down into turn 1. We just cannot make up any ground on the Mercedes drivers. They seem to be really working together here to try and secure that 1-2 in the season opener. And they're not losing any time. So might be a little bit of a challenge. We're going to need a safety car or something if we really want to win this race. But for now, we are defending this podium spot against Lando Norris, Alonso, and even Yuki Tsunoda. He's fell back though, unfortunately, in the season opener. And the Mercedes now are going to pit. One of them is. I'd like to know what tire they're going on, because I'm thinking maybe we should go onto the hard tires. And we're pitting this lap as well. And I think a lot of drivers going to pit, and we're not going to see what tires they got onto. Oh no, Russell's going onto the hards. We might do the same. Yuki's in the pits. Oh man, I want to know who else is pitting. So I think we're going to do the same and go on to the hard tires. It's going to be a bit of a risk going on the softs. We're going to be pretty quick. Let me see what our tire wear is at right now, because the tires don't feel too bad at the moment. 40, okay, no. We should probably go on to the hard tires. I think we're going to switch to the hards. We're going to switch up the strategy here. There's 11 laps on the soft tires. I don't know if that will make it to the end. And all these guys are going to be on hard tires, so they're definitely going to have better tires towards the end of the race versus us. So let's get into the pits, or into this little menu here, and switch. Well, let's get into the pits here. We're currently leading this race, but obviously that's going to change as many drivers are have already pitted on the last lap. And let's see, hopefully they're battling each other, and that will buy us some time. One of the Aston Martins is coming in as well, Alex Albon. I don't know, we're gonna see. Yeah, a lot of them are passing right now. Come on, we need a quick stop here, guys. Nice. Okay, let's see, they're all coming out. We're gonna be racing out the pit lane. And look at that, we come up behind Verstappen, Alonso, so slow pit stop, or slow in lap. And we're wheel to wheel with Lando. Everyone on those hard tires now. And the tires feel a lot better. Oh Lord, and Lando now. Gonna try, go around the outside into turn 1 here. And we're gonna cover him off, and we've caught up with Alonso and Verstappen. We are just inside DRS range. So we're gonna see, hopefully some more traffic will get us a lot closer, and then we can go for the move. Probably into the final corner of the lap. We're gonna run on Verstappen and Alonso. Can we get a move done down to turn 1? Oh, we broke too early. Tried to avoid the contact with Verstappen. Alonso wheel to wheel here, and we're gonna see if we can sneak right by Verstappen. Maybe use a little bit of battery here. We're going wheel to wheel down to turn 3. Oh my god, that is a very tight corner for 2 cars, but we squeezed through, and we're up into P4, so almost back to where we were before we pitted. It's gonna be hard to catch Alonso here though. And Verstappen's right up our ass too, so that's not helping anyone. Oh, we got a yellow. We got a yellow. Safety car. Oh my god, safety car, come on. Give us a safety car. Someone's going slow. Someone's going slow. One of the Mercedes have broken down, and that's gonna put us up into P4. Yeah, Hamilton is out. He's got a smoking engine. That might be a safety car. Lewis Hamilton out of the session. Still yellow flag. No safety car, really? I don't know. That seems like an unsafe spot to me, but I guess no safety car here. And actually, we're up in a P3 here, so only one Mercedes now in the running. And he's not going to have the help of DRS from his teammate. And Lando here trying to squeeze in our Verstappen. Oh, we have contact. He hits us. Not Alonso. What am I saying? All right, so we're making a run on Alonso now to get into P2. We're going to play some DRS games with him here. We do not want to give him DRS down the main straight, and then we're going to get him down to turn 1. And we are actually closing in on George Russell a little bit. But the question is, though, is it going to be enough? We've got 3 laps left in this race. I'm not sure if 3 laps will be enough to catch him. We're going to see here how our pace is. We're probably going to be battling Alonso a little bit. Okay, we're 2.3 seconds. This might be a close one here, as we are flying through sector 1 here, trying to get closer to George Russell. Gonna use a battery. 2.6 seconds. We're 1.4 seconds behind Russell. We're trying with every bit in our body to get into that DRS range. We're 1.2 seconds behind now. At this pace, we might be in DRS range early in the next lap, or the last lap here, as we head through the final corner and about to go on to the last lap here. 1.15 to George Russell. 1.2, we have a sloppy exit out of the final corner. Can we catch George Russell to steal the win on the last lap of the race? Let's find out here as we head through turns 1 and 2. Through sector 1, still 1.2 seconds behind. We're just keeping up with them, and we're about to head into the DRS zones. I don't know if it's gonna be enough here. We're not close enough. We're falling back to 1.4. We're using all the battery that we have to try and get this job done here. No, we screwed up. We screwed up at the end of sector 2, or end of sector 1. And yeah, George Russell's gonna get the win here. Oh, come on, we were so close. I think we choked a little bit. We could have put it up a better lap here in the final lap of the race, but George Russell running away with it now. 2.2. Alonso actually creeping in here. We were way too slow. Oh god. Okay, this is not good. He's gonna have DRS down the back straight as well, or the final straight. Let's see if we can hold him off to get this P2. Let's see. Oh my god, he's right there. No. No. Okay, I think we're good for P2. Nice. Okay, P2. I'll take that starting from P14. Very, very good race. We couldn't get the win, though. If we had a better qualifying, we probably would have had the race win. Obviously, we got driver of the day. Well deserved there. Yuki Tsunoda did not have the greatest race. I think he might have fell back a few spots, but we're going to see here. So it's going to be our first podium on the season. We're in this menu because I accidentally stopped recording right after the race. But yeah, pretty good race for us. We finish in P2. Yuki Tsunoda actually doesn't lose any spots. He finishes in P4, getting him 12 points, 18 points for myself. That is going to put us in P1 in the constructor standings. George Russell wins the race. If we had a few extra laps, I think we could have caught him. We were definitely quicker than him in terms of pace in the back half of the race because him and Lewis Hamilton weren't towing each other around because Lewis Hamilton had that DNF. No safety car to save us either, or red flag. We did get a little lucky with Lewis Hamilton's DNF because, as I said, they were towing each other around, so we really couldn't catch up to them once we got into the podium spot. When they were both in the race. But then once Lewis Hamilton DNF'd, we really did start to close in on George Russell. Fernando Alonso also has a pretty good debut with the McLaren team. He outperforms Lando Norris, who only comes in P11. He actually didn't score any points at all. Verstappen finished in front of him. So Red Bull not having a great start to the season. But as I was saying, Fernando Alonso, great debut, scores 15 points, and then Oscar Piastri with 5 points, so that puts them 5 points behind Mercedes in P3 of the constructors. So pretty tight grid after one race in terms of the constructors championship. And then I did do all the upgrades already, but basically I upgraded the brakes because we had a lot of not issues, but performance bugs, I guess you would call them, in Jeddah, especially I said turn 3 and the final turn, or the second last turn before the back straight. I'm not sure what the turn number is, but it's like a hard left-hander. And you really got to get in tight towards the wall, but we couldn't really do that because we couldn't slow down the car. So we've upgraded the pad materials and the brake disc width. The R&D team coming in clutch. There were no failures or anything like last season, where they basically didn't get any upgrades in on time. The team of this season banging out those upgrades, and we're going to be ready for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. That brake upgrade will definitely help us going into turn 1 and most of the 90-degree turns. Pretty hard braking zone, so yeah, hopefully we could do well there. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. As always, if you've watched up to this point, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you guys know when the next video is out. If you want as well, share with your friends. If you know anyone who likes this kind of F1 content, be sure to send them a link to the channel. Hopefully they enjoy it as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Have a great day, everyone.